I'm your host, Paige Ryans, and today we are talking about the 24th annual Garden State Film Festival. The Garden State Film Festival will return from March 26th through March 29th with over 200 incredible films from various countries screening at 9 different venues all throughout Asbury Park and Cranford, New Jersey. It's truly such a fun time. There's something here truly for everyone. Amazing films, documentaries, features, everything. You can get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets, and there will also be tickets available at the door. And now to meet today's filmmaker, I am here with, we have with us Glenn Janssens, here to talk about his film, Your Last Best, a Memphis Rock Story. Glenn, thank you so much for being here today.
It's such a treat for me to be here. Thank you, Kate.
Yes. Thank you so much. Again, congrats on your acceptance. We're really excited and honored to be able to screen your film this year. And yeah, and thank you. And I know I just kind of started off with a brief introduction for you, but if you wanted to just share what your role is with the film, and then we'll jump into what the film is about.
Yeah, so this particular story, it's very much a labor of love. I directed it, had a lot to do with the writing of it and working closely with our brilliant editor, Chu Chun Tao. Um, but it came together at the intersection of two things I really care about, climbing and hope in communities. And I just had heard a story, if it's okay for me to like just give a little background on it. I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts about climbing that's called Climbing Gold, and Alex Honnold, which he's a kind of a household name, is one of the hosts of that podcast. And it was on Memphis Rocks, this like climbing gym in Memphis, in not just Memphis, but South Memphis, in a pretty tough neighborhood. And I heard inklings of it, but this is the first window into it. And it was intriguing enough that I literally bookmarked, in the back of my mind. I travel a lot. I don't go to Memphis that much. And I'm like, I gotta get there somehow. And literally 2.5 years later, we came up with a great reason to go there. And that great reason was like a project that we cooked up with one of our favorite clients that we've been working with for years and years, Adobe, the software company. And it was a very unique assignment. We pitched a number of ideas. They really gravitated towards Memphis Rocks as the idea that they basically needed footage to test an AI editor that they were working on. And it was literally to see whether or not the editor was doing what they thought it was going to do. And so we literally went there and spent a couple of days doing this particular assignment, which is very unique in how things needed to be shot. And in a lot of cases, you had to shoot on an iPhone, and things that were normally used to shooting with a little bit more cinematic equipment. But we simultaneously brought some better cameras, and we really captured some moments, and we just absolutely fell in love with the community and immediately made plans to come back. And the plans to come back gave us the opening that became the backbone of the whole short film. So, and that was like literally, we need these much more personal stories about community members that thread us through, and they pull us through, and they give us a lot more of the why Memphis Rocks is such an incredible place. Because you kind of see the beauty of this world-class climbing gym, and you see people enjoying it, but you don't get the full story until you actually meet some of the characters, which I'm very grateful that I got the opportunity to do that.
Absolutely. And you touched based on just like those themes of like hope and community, and really within Memphis. I feel like Memphis is just such a it's so rich in like culture, and I think that this is just a really great story because like you said, it just adds so much. Like there's a story there, and you really just kind of brought that story. You were able to bring that story out and bring that story to different audiences that get to witness and see this film. And so my question is like, how did you approach that balance of like hope and community, and also just rock climbing as the symbol?
Well, man, there's so, like, the story told itself, honestly. It, as a, like, thinking back on it and thinking forward with it, Memphis Rocks is such a unique place, and there are so many story threads that you can follow. Like, the place is literally a collection of these incredible people who have found a place that is the doors are open to everyone is welcome, and it's you can feel a lot of heart in this place. And when we were there initially, part of what we wanted to do is conduct a handful of interviews, because we knew that we didn't want to just go and accomplish our assignment, but we wanted to give back and create something that Memphis Rocks could use as a fundraising tool. And so we did a bunch of interviews with, at the time, the incredible executive director, Michelle, and with so many people that were influential in running the gym. And there are people from all over the place, but a lot of people directly from South Memphis, from the community. And if anyone's interested in this story on a deeper level, Memphis Rocks, go to their website, and there's so many good background threads. But Memphis Rocks really came up as a place. It's a climbing gym that, or it's community uplift that's disguised as a climbing gym. It has so many community services built into it, and it's creating this offering that was like completely out of left field in a way. Like, it's unexpected. But Tom Shadyac and Christine and a handful of other people came together in the very beginning of it, and they had this thread of an idea that rock climbing is a sport where people can elevate each other. They don't have to compete with each other. And it's a sport that creates challenge. It takes people to their edges, and it creates trust, because you have to trust each other when you're supporting each other on each end of the rope. And so it just had a lot of meaning on a deeper level. And I think the community saw it, and they were initially like, what is this thing? And we came into it several years after, and we met a number of the community members that had come through and have had, much bigger experiences. And there was a show on Hulu, a 3-episode series on Hulu last year, called From Memphis to Mountain. That's done by some friends of ours. And it's a beautiful story that Sender Films did, that really documents a group from Memphis going over to Mount Kenya and climbing Mount Kenya together. This thing has been a catalyst for those kinds of projects that are one-offs, but they're creating opportunity, they're creating hope. within the community. So it's a really unexpected place. And when we walked in, we started interviewing people across the board. I kept hearing, have you met Jarmond? Have you talked to Jarmond yet? And by the end of the day, I was sitting across from Jarmond Johnson and talking to him. In literally 3 points in this interview, I was fighting back tears. Before we started rolling the camera, Jarmond and I discovered we both lost our mom at the same age. He was 18. I was 18 when I lost my mom. And that connection, I think, opened both of our hearts to each other. And he was such a generous, incredible human. And he is the reason that we came back, without question. When we met him and we met the whole team, and we just felt like there's so much love in the room, and there's so many great stories to follow. But in particular, getting Jarmond to tell us some background about South Memphis, just driving around town was such a cool way of doing it.
Absolutely. And I think that I know, for starters, this film is dedicated in Jarmond's honor. And I think that it really is a beautiful dedication, because just like you shared, Memphis is just so rich in culture, and it really is amazing to just be able to hear from the people there, and to see the sites throughout Memphis. And I think that's just one of the really cool things in the documentary, is just being, like you said, being able to drive around, just the car ride. It's something so personal about that car ride, that drive around, and the conversations. And I think everything really just tells that story so well. And so I really think that this is a great documentary and a great dedication. And I had a question of, and you kind of like answered this a little bit, but like my question was just like, if the climbing wall could tell a story about the people who've climbed it, what do you think it would say?
Oh my God, it would be cheering. It would be fucking cheering, like literally. Because the people that have shown up there, I don't know, a lot of people have had a tough road, and you've overcome so much to walk through those doors. And to be able to find a community that embraces them and a safe place to recreate, it's an incredible gift. And I think the walls are saying, come on in, and, come on and climb me. And you'll learn. And I think the walls are richer from it, and the people who are doing the climbing are richer from it. It's unlike any other climbing gym, and I've literally visited climbing gyms around the world because I travel a lot, and my shoes are almost always in my bag. And it used to be running shoes. Now I just throw the climbing shoes in. Can't run anymore. But yeah, it's there's something special about it, and I think it's the support you feel, coming through the doors, and you're just greeted by these beautiful smiles, and very welcoming. Our whole team immediately felt like we were welcomed. We weren't coming in to extract something. We were part of the experience, and they knew that we were trying to also support what they were doing. And my biggest hope for this film is that people get excited about Memphis Rocks, and they find out more. They look them up on, they've got a fair amount of stuff going online. And, if people can afford to support, please support. That's what the hope is like get the story out farther and wider.
Absolutely. I think that just watching this film, me watching this film, it really, I've never been to Memphis, but it really just, again, just watching this film, it makes you want to go to Memphis. It makes you want to learn more about, it makes you want to go rock climb. It makes me want to just find the nearest rock climbing and just go rock climbing, even though I know it's like not the same, but still, I think it's just that story there. And I think that Memphis Rocks is just a really beautifully told documentary. And I think that I think it's definitely will resonate with audiences. I think it's definitely appreciated. And so thank you for just telling the story and just being able to share this with everyone. It's truly incredible.
Honestly, it feels like a gift for me. Like, I've been making films in advertising and marketing for many, many years. It's just rare to be able to use skills that have been developed over time and to apply them to something that you really love. And like, I got so much out of the experience, and I'm motivated to do more. The generosity from literally everybody at Memphis Rocks, just I feel like I came away with so many gifts. Like, it's just unbelievable.
Yes. Well, I think that just storytelling in general is a gift, and just being able to just go and experience this place and experience the culture. I think you shared this gift with us, so it really is just such a pleasure, truly. And as we come to the end of our interview, I have one more question for you, and that is, will you be joining us in person for the festival this year?
I want to. I'm definitely gonna, make my best effort. I'm literally on the fence because I've got a couple of conflicts that I have to move around, but I'm going to try to get there.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Definitely. Life.
I'm super excited that Garden State said yes to Your Last Best, and really thrilled that we're in the festival. It just feels like an honor.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Well, listen, congratulations on your acceptance. We're very excited to screen Your Last Best. I think it's just a really great story that audiences will really appreciate. And for everyone watching, you can check out Your Last Best, a Memphis rock story, on Saturday, March 28th at the Cranford Theater, Block CT 41, between 8 p.m. and 9:40 p.m. And again, the Garden State Film Festival, we will see you all. 200 films from various countries screening at 9 different venues throughout Asbury Park and Cranford, New Jersey. You can get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. And once again, Glenn, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Paige. And you're awesome at this. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes. Well, take care. We'll see you then. All right.